And we're off, I think. I hope. Yes. Good evening, guys. I hope everyone is doing alright. And I hope you guys can hear me. Welcome everyone who is in chat. Just get it up on my screen. Yep, there we go. Deimos, Mystic, Silly Frog, Wyland, Box, Ryan, Windless Willow. To answer your question, Windless Willow, this is not the first time I've played this. However, this is my first time streaming it. And I plan to do the whole thing in one go, because this game is really, really, really long, except it's not really. I think I finished it. I finished the OG version in about 3 hours. So maybe I'll do something afterwards. Who knows? But yeah, this is a pretty good game to kind of one-shot and get done in a reasonably quick stream. So, yeah, I will get going in a couple of minutes, but I'm quite happy because I'm no longer ill, which is why we had a little bit of a break since the last stream, which was the Dead Space stream 3 weeks ago. Essentially, I'm not exactly sure what happened, but I went to a gig in London for my wife's birthday, which was on the Sunday, and a couple of days after that, I had an extremely bad, throat infection, and I was just coughing to ridiculous degrees, to the point where I then couldn't speak. And, now, of course, I can speak. So, yeah, it's taken a little while to get back to normal, but we're good, which also, the side effect of that, is that I'm no longer on any kind of drugs, which means I can now consume alcohol once again. Ugh. And, yeah, I don't typically like London. Well, no, I don't like London, period. But the band that we were going to go and see, the band that we did go to see, is a band from Texas called Tulip. And they were the third support act for a band that I hadn't actually even heard of. And, I know that kind of music pretty well. And the headliner was a band called Serenity, who have been around for a while. It's, I think they're Austrian power metal band. And, yeah, the fact that I had not heard of Serenity kind of goes to show you the size of the gig. The venue was like a 500-people venue, and I think this was the first time Tulip had played in the UK. But yeah, it was a fantastic gig. Got to meet the band, which was pretty cool. It's also possible that they made me ill. But, I don't care, because it was a lot of fun. Anyway, that's enough rambling for now. So I think I'm going to hit go once I have checked the subtitle situation, because I don't remember... No, there are no subtitles. So, yeah, from what I remember about the OG version of this game, there is no dialogue. Kind of all of the emotional storytelling of the game is done essentially through music. And I know that one thing that they did for this remake is that they re-recorded all of the music. So, yeah, we don't need subtitles. Which means we're just going to hit go. And, yeah, So I said I haven't played this before. I loaded it up and made it run for about 5 minutes just to make sure that the game did actually run. But, yeah. And, yeah, I have no idea actually how popular the original version of the game is, so I don't know if any of you guys in chat have played it. But if not, you're in for a bit of a treat, because you can kind of experience most of the game by watching it. But it's a really unique game in terms of gameplay, so unless this remake is shit, then I would probably recommend it. We will see. Oh, okay, there is dialogue, it's just like a made-up language, I guess. I can't remember. Obviously, get the gist of what's happening. And, yeah, this game hits pretty hard in some places. But it's It is a fantastic game. Or at least I should be clear, the OG version of the game is fantastic. I have no idea if the remake is any good. Box, you're absolutely correct. It is hard to do a speech-based job when you do not have a throat. But I did make significant progress on part 2 of Arcane. So, I've gone through it a couple of times now, and I'm pretty happy with the script, but I'm gonna probably leave it a few days and then go back to it. But already, the script is substantially longer than my script for the 3rd Hobbit video, which means that Arcane Part 2 is going to be my longest video. By... well, I don't know exactly by how much, but it's definitely going to be the longest. Okay, so, the central, I guess, gameplay gimmick of this game, you have to play it... you actually have to play this game with clown sticks, as I have recently learned that they can be referred to as. You can't really use a keyboard. So, essentially, you have your triggers, your left trigger and your left stick, and then you have your right trigger and your right stick, and each one controls each brother. Which means it kind of functions as like a co-op game that you play entirely on your own. But, one of the things that was not in the original version of the game that I know that they have added for the remake is that you can actually play it in co-op and control one brother each without having to share a controller. I am already noticing this is not particularly well optimized. This is running at like 50 frames per second, and on my graphics card it should not be running at 50 frames per second. What the hell is going on? Wait, is there no... are you joking? Is there no graphics option? Do I have to play this? Not only do I have to use clown sticks, but I have to play it at like an unstable 50 frames per second. I'll have to cope. I don't actually know what the FPS is coming through the stream on YouTube, but I can see on my little counter here right now it's at 56 frames per second. We will have to see if it improves. But like what it's doing right now isn't particularly graphically intensive, so I... advanced options. Wait, is there an advanced options? Oh yeah, there is. There we go. Oh! Okay, thank you for pointing that out. I would have missed that. Yeah, okay, we'll proceed. That's gonna be really annoying. So my graphics card is a 7900 XTX, which I think is comparable to like a 4080 or something. It should easily be able to run this on high settings. I'm gonna just put it on low and see what that does to the frame rate. Eevee, yeah, I'm gonna do the whole game in one stream, because it's not a long game. Unless the puzzles take me a year to work out. But I have already played this, so, oh, that is really not very well optimized. So we're running on low and it's barely hitting 90 frames. So, anyway, we gotta use Big Brother on this because he's heavier. Or stronger, I guess. Also, welcome Truffle. There we go. So I think if the game looks good enough through the stream on low, I'm probably just going to leave it on low, because I'd rather have it at a stable frame rate than looking very slightly better. Because, I mean, the game does look good. It's just kind of surprising that it is that poorly optimized. Right, can he... oh, we got to do it like that, okay. And it can kind of be a little bit of a... This game can kind of be a little bit of a brain game in the same way that something like... QWOP is, in that the controls are... they take a little bit to get used to, because, like, you might forget which thumb is controlling which brother. But there isn't really any of the game which is, like, reflex based. You know, it's a slow game. It's a nice chill game. You can take your time and just kind of absorb it, which is good because like doing anything with this control system, doing anything that requires precision would just be an exercise in frustration. So yeah, their mum drowned a few years ago, and the dad is now ill for some reason. I think they say what it is. Oh god, I don't know if you guys can see this coming through the stream, but these cutscenes are locked to 30 frames per second. I am getting some screen tearing on my 240 Hz monitor. Running at 30 frames per second. Mystic, I vaguely remember that you made a meme of that, although I can't remember exactly what it was. And Truffle, no, it was cold as balls where I am, but I didn't have any snow. As far as I'm aware, Truffle, it's just babble. But I don't know if the they had voice actors in to re-record the babble, or if it's the same audio files as the original. I can't remember. Yeah, so anyway, we've basically been told we've got to go out into the wilderness and answer a certain call to a certain adventure. And we got to heal our daddy-o. Oh. Oh yeah, this guy's a prick. I remember that.
Oda, when Hadi? Umba.
Mafi, Isada.
Iada.
Na Mafi, Badi na.
Tabi ana. Bisayem, nai, mata. Huh?
Falila.
Ah.
I think... Oh yeah, little brother can't swim. Well, doesn't want to swim because he's terrified of water. Rings of Power Season 2, we don't have an exact date on, but they have said that it is going to be 2025. Yeah, Season 1 aired in... I think Season 1 started airing in, like, September of whatever year it was. Last year. No, fuck, 2 years ago now. So yeah, it's possible it'll be September 2025. It's possible they'll just kind of release it whenever they want to, I guess. I don't know. They haven't said anything concrete, though. Right, he's not letting me in, and I can't throw the little one over the top. Shit. Yeah, the controls for this get... It's a little bit... Again, you forget... You kind of... Because the little brother is on the right-hand side of the controller, so you kind of instinctively want to keep the little brother on the right-hand side of the screen to stop your brain from kind of going fucky. They auto-jump, though, which is nice, when they have to jump across a gap. And I've not heard of Innocence: A Plague Tale, I don't think. So I know that the developers of this game, or of the original, because I think the guys that made the remake are not the guys that actually made the original. They went on to make a game called A Way Out, which I have not yet played, but I do own it. So potentially we'll stream it at some point. Oh, it's a pumpkin. Is that a pumpkin? No, I think that's a pot. Never mind. Oh, shit. Little brother's running away. Oh, God. Yeah, so, this remake came out, I think, on Thursday. What? Yeah, there's some weird stuff you can do in this game. Yeah, this remake came out on, like, Thursday, and I didn't even know that it was coming, and then I just saw it on Steam and was like, well, I know what I'm streaming on Friday. Because I don't know if anyone remembers, a few months ago I tried to stream the original, but for some reason it just wouldn't work. I don't know, I can't remember if it wasn't playing nice with OBS, or if the game wouldn't launch with my graphics card or something, I can't remember, but yeah. I told you this guy was a prick. Right, so, what do we know about little brothers compared to big brothers? Little brothers are skinny enough to fit through, bars. That is a big dog. Holy shit, that is a big dog. Right. How hot is my graphics card running currently? Because it... Jesus Christ. This game is extremely poorly optimized. So, currently we're running on the lowest possible settings at 90 frames per second. My graphics card is hitting 78 degrees. That is insane. And just now we dipped all the way down to 40. Hopefully, it remains stable enough. Haha, you got stuck. Yeah, hopefully it remains stable enough to actually finish. Reminder, what does Cyberpunk... so, Cyberpunk I own, but I haven't properly played it, but I have not seen my graphics card get this hot. The only game that I've seen my graphics card get this hot on recently is Helldivers, and Helldivers is a much more intensive game than this, and it also looks a lot better than this. Not that this doesn't look good, but... Right. Oh no. Wake up, you fool. You need to... And, yes, Helldivers is a lot of fun. I've played it for about 4 or 5 hours, and, it's really, really good.
Anna, when hadi?
Right, thank you for letting me across the bridge. And yeah, just the general vibe of Helldivers is something that is... It's not something that's unique, but it's definitely something that I really appreciate. And I think... Because one of the first things that you get to do, one of the first choices that you have in Helldivers is to name your ship. And there's a bunch of, like, preset names, like preset word combinations that you can choose from so that you can't call it, like, something really rude. And I ended up calling mine the Fist of Family Values, which, yeah, kind of tells you the vibe that the game is going for. This is some... I don't know if you guys can see... Yeah, you can see this. I can see on the stream this really weird artifacting on the grass. Are these shadows? I think those are shadows. Someone who knows more about game design can probably tell me. I think those are balked shadows. Does that go away if I turn... Because that's really distracting. Yeah, let's try it on medium. Can our 7900 XTX handle medium graphics? Well, it can, but we've still got triangles everywhere. Just out of curiosity... Let's go back onto Ultra. Oh wow, the triangles disappeared on Ultra, for fuck's sake. Okay. Oh wait, there's a well. Truffle, you're pretty much right. Helldivers is... I was a little bit hesitant to pick it up, because it looked like it could get very repetitive. But this sort of moment-to-moment gameplay is so goddamn fun, kind of in a similar way to like Deep Rock is. It's obviously a lot more focused on shooting bugs, and robots, actually. It's not just bugs, than Deep Rock is. But yeah, I mean, if you fundamentally don't like shooting games, you probably won't get much out of it, but I can get on with shooting games, provided it's the right shooting game. This man is having fun at my expense. Can the little brother play the harp instead? Apparently he can. Right, that was... Yeah, that's where I came from. That's where all those triangles were. Yeah, Deimos, I was talking to someone earlier, so apparently mechs are all but confirmed in Helldivers. Vehicles, I don't really know. It would be interesting to see how they'd add those, because with the way the maps are currently designed, from what I've seen, which is not a huge amount of the game, to be completely fair, adding vehicles that massively increase your move speed would make the maps feel, of course, substantially smaller. So unless they were to add a type of map that is bigger, that then means that you need or are heavily incentivized to use a vehicle, I'm thinking maybe it's because I've got Halo in my head, because I've been playing through the Halo games again. Like the levels where you need a Warthog to get through, and if you don't have a Warthog... Oh, fuck! No, 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 no! Come on, come for me instead. Shit. Oh, that's not good. Little brother, you were too weak. Shit. Yeah, like if you do a level in Halo that requires the Warthog, and then you lose the Warthog, then it can just be a complete slog to get through. Right, little brother go that way, big brother go that way. No, 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 no. Oh my god, we actually made it. Okay. Jesus, is that a squeak? I'm not quite sure what it is, but it's definitely a chunky doggy. Right, I think that's possibly too far for me to do. No, we're good, we're good, we're good. Right, well that's definitely too far for me to do. So... Fuck, what's the best way to... Well, let's just go for it and see what happens. Nope, stab it! Stab it! Up, 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 up! Nice. Okay, now we might actually be fucked. I might have done this wrong. Oh god, am I gonna have to multitask? Yes, we are. Right, go, 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 go. Up, 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 up. Run, run. Bad squig. Jacob, so Halo, regarding Halo, I picked up the Master Chief Collection on Steam, because I used to own it on Xbox. Never actually played through all of it, so I've decided to play through them all in, not release order, but in chronological order. So I started with Reach. And Reach is absolutely fantastic. I had played it before, but I must have just not been paying attention. I think I must have done it in like one afternoon with a friend, while probably drinking, and I just didn't absorb it properly. But I played it on my own, kind of experienced the entire game properly, and... Reach is a fantastic game. Finished Combat Evolved a couple of days ago, and I think that Reach is absolutely a better designed game, which should really be no surprise because it came out like a decade later. There are certain things in Combat Evolved that I think are poor design choices, but like a lot of the levels are very repetitive. Whoever gave the Flood rocket launchers needs to be, well, rocket launched. But Combat Evolved is still a very good game. Halo 2 I haven't yet started, ODST I've never played, and Halo 3 I've also never played. So, potentially... What's the general consensus on ODST? Because I believe that most people think that Halo 3 is... I might be well off on this, but my impression was that most people think Halo 3 is the best one. Do let me know, because I don't really know a huge amount about Halo. But potentially I might stream one or both of them, given that I've never played them. Right, how do we... Okay, no, right, okay, we'll do it with Big Brother Can Run. People love ODST. ODST takes place between 2 and 3. 3 is gen... Yeah, okay. Because ODST is a... Oh, shit. I'm getting my buttons confused again, because the brothers are on different sides of the screen. Well, so I think that... I mean, one of them has to ride the sheep out of there, but I thought little brother could do it. Maybe big brother... Ah, big brother has to carry them. Right, okay. A llama! Unfortunately, they're just sheep. Yeah, Scruffy Beard. ODST being you just playing as rando Marines, that idea really appeals to me. Like, if provided the game is as good, sort of the idea of being a random soldier in amongst, like, Spartans doing their thing, that's something that really appeals to me. Which maybe is a direction they could have gone for the Halo TV show, but they didn't. Could have possibly saved them a lot of money had they done that as well. Right. Okay, little brother, stop running. I don't think I need to go over there. I'm pretty sure I need to go over here. Halo 4 and 5 I know essentially nothing about. Although I think I heard that they're not good. Wow, little brother's a bit of an asshole. Right, okay, I think I do need to go across the bridge. Across the bridge. Halo 5 is the worst campaign, Halo 4 is just a bit of flavor adjustment. Okay. Because, like, if Halo 4 is still fun, I think Halo 4 is included in the Master Chief Collection, in which case I might play it. 5 isn't, and I mean, I'm not going to buy it if it's crap. Why has he just picked up a rabbit? Hold on. What have I got to do with this rabbit? This is kind of something that I remember being the case about this game, is that not everything is a puzzle, and there's just things in the game like this that are just, I guess, fluff things. They're just nice to have. Like, they say hello to the rabbits and stuff, but you don't necessarily have to do anything with them. Right, I don't think I need to do anything with the rabbits. Truffle says, I was 19 when Halo 3 came out, never played the other ones after it. 3 was the final chapter of my childhood. That's fair. I think, again, from what I had heard, 3 is, like, the end of the story, and then they made ODST as, like, a... I mean, it's not really a prequel, is it? It's a... Reach is a prequel, and then ODST is, like, a side quest that takes place in between 2 of the previous games, because they presumably didn't want to continue needlessly after the climax of the story. Oh, good. Camera, what are we doing? There we go. So yeah, I need to decide if I'm going to stream Halo 3, because streaming an FPS is going to be it'll be a new experience, and I basically will have to focus entirely on the game and not on chat, which I'm not really sure if I want to do. But if people want me to do it, then I will. It'll probably take a couple of streams to do, because the Halo games seem to be about 7-8 hours long. What is that noise? Now, see, what we need right here is a catapult. And a certain greasy individual.
Maru!
Maru, when are thee?
Willow, no. So, as far as I can tell, the only differences are in the soundtrack, which I honestly wouldn't have noticed because it's been ages since I played the original. Mechanically, it seems to be exactly the same, and it doesn't look like there is any additional content yet. Whether there is eventually, I don't know. It could be that this is simply, I guess, strictly a graphical update. No, he's probably too small. Can you open the door? You cannot. And yeah, potentially doing some kind of like multiplayer, a Halo type deal, that I think could be quite a lot of fun. Oh no. Put me down. Yes, he's a nice troll. Custom game. Yeah, that's potentially an option. I'd have to have a look. Because it would depend on how many people are actually interested in doing it. But I'd potentially be up for doing that, like, regardless of whether I stream it.
Hey, ahí.
Now that would look lovely if not for the stuttery FPS. Oh, Jesus. Camera! Fucking hell! Right. If you like the Halo Combat Evolved campaign, you should try the modded version Halo Cursed Edition. Do I want to ask what that is? Because yeah, I do particularly like the Combat Evolved campaign. It's the Halo game that I know the best by far, because I played it a whole bunch when I was younger. I've probably, including Master Chief Collection, I've probably played that campaign like 5 or 6 times, whereas Reach I've played twice, Halo 2 I think I've played once, and that's it. And yeah, this guy's a good troll. He's, I mean, he's kind of got, like, fungus all over him. But, you know, that doesn't necessarily make him a bad fella. Right, here I think he's going to throw us. Oh no, we're going to use him as a bridge. Yay! It's like that scene in that Hobbit movie. Whoops. Yeah, Blue Eye Samurai I may check out. I probably will check out. I just don't know when. I think we've got to... Yeah, we've got to wait for the troll. Currently, I'm in the process of finishing the bear, which I think I mentioned on the Dead Space stream. Deimos, so I don't have any stuttering going on. It could potentially be like a desync issue between the dodgy frame rate that I have and YouTube streaming. Is anyone else getting stuttering, or does it look reasonably smooth? You're getting... Okay, were you guys getting stutters when I was running on low settings? Because it should not be stuttering. And I'd rather the graphics look worse if it's going to make the stream smoother. Yeah, if you guys are all getting stuttering, I'm going to change it. There's probably like one of these that just kills the graphics card, and yeah. Let's go medium, and if it's still stuttering, then please let me know, but... I mean, if it does it on low, there's not a huge amount I can do, unfortunately. We've got bloody triangles everywhere. Oh god, that looks horrible. Does anyone know what graphics setting that might potentially be that I can adjust? Because if I can turn that one up, it's got to be something to do with, like, shadow detail or something. There's still stuttering. Because the game right now is running at 100 frames per second. Which means it should definitely not be stuttering through the stream. Still stuttering. Okay, let me open the stream on my other screen, just so that I can see exactly what is going on. Oh, no, shit, I let go of the fucking buttons. Right, give me 1 sec. Right, okay. I can't see chat, but I'm just gonna, for 30 seconds or so, run the stream in full screen on my other screen. And just see exactly what we are dealing with stutter-wise. Because this has not been a problem on any of the other games that I've streamed. Good God. Could it actually be that this fucking game is taxing my graphics card so much that it can't stream it properly? Could that actually be what's happening? Ah, okay, because if that is what's happening, I will put this on low. Let's see if we can fix this. We'll put it on low. I'm not sure what kind of anti-aliasing we would want. And then shadows, I'm going to turn shadows up. Well, there is no low, there's only high. So we'll go with that. And we will see if that works. As long as it's... Well, as long as it doesn't look like complete shit through the stream, then... Right, well, whatever I just did got rid of the, dodgy shadows. So just let me know if we're still getting stuttering and how bad it is. Is my... That's a point, actually. Is my voice stuttering? Or is it... Or the sound of the game? Or is it everything? Okay, if my voice is fine... Okay, well in that case... if it is simply the case that the game is so poorly optimized that on a graphics card as powerful as this, it can't run at a decent frame rate and be streamed at the same time, then there is not a huge amount that I can do. But thankfully, the game doesn't... Well, it's not going to mean that I can't play the game, it just might mean that it looks a bit crap sometimes, which is unfortunate, but I'll be interested to see, because I am also recording this to upload it to the second channel. When I do that, I'll check the video and see if it's stuttery. So the original, I want to say, was 2013. I might be wrong. It's about a decade old. And that game ran beautifully, but again, I tried to stream it a few months ago and just couldn't. I can't remember exactly why, but... Oh, shit, this is coming back to me now. I remember this. Oh, he's too big, right. There we go. Oh, yes, the number of times I accidentally let go of the triggers and died on this bit. Oh, shit. Oh, no. Okay, we're good. I didn't just kill him. Okay, so I think... Yeah, I think I remember this. Lenny, you're right as far as I am aware, but the thing is I don't usually buy that many new games. Like, the only reason why I bought this on day one is because it was cheap, and because I already knew that the original version of the game was good. And I figured, like, I wanted to stream the original version of the game, but couldn't because of various limitations. So, you know, I thought I'd pick up this version of the game, stream it, and if it's not particularly good, then it's not particularly good. But I was kind of hoping that it would at least run well enough. I mean, yeah, to be honest, on my end, it is running well enough. It's just that the game should not require this kind of graphics card to run at 80 frames per second on medium. That's absolutely ridiculous. But yeah, I don't know enough about game development to say if that's the kind of thing that could be fixed. Things like optimization, like I don't know if it's baked into the engine or... I have no idea. Because if it's the kind of thing that can be fixed and the remake is popular enough, then yeah. Like, I swear I was getting better graphical performance on the Dead Space remake, and like, that has got to be way more intensive than this. Jacob, yeah, so I've played Baldur's Gate 3 a lot. I've completed it once, never streamed it. Might stream it at some point. The only problem with streaming a game like that is that there's going to be quite a lot of downtime. Which is the same problem potentially with streaming something like The Witcher or Skyrim. But yeah, I mean, it could be fun. Make a character based on what chat wants me to do, and yeah, that could be fun. Because I completed it. I completed it once playing as a paladin. I've got another playthrough that I'm doing with my wife at the moment where I'm playing as a sorcerer and she's playing as a ranger. And we're towards the end of Act 2 on that one. And then I've also got a Dark Urge playthrough that I'm doing on my own on Tactician, where I'm, I think, at the start of Act 2. And I think I'm playing a Warlock? Honestly, I can't remember. It's been a little while since I've played that one. But yeah, it's a really good game. I'm just not sure if it's the best game to stream. I might do it at some point, though. I mean, so Truffle, I actually don't know if this is the case. So, is part of the reason why Lord of Ring Golem is so terrible because it is poorly optimized? Or is it just that the game is shit? Like, does it also run like shit? I don't know. Play through Baldur's Gate 3 as a Golem-like character for the funnies. What class would Golem be? Probably a rogue. Yeah, you'd have to be a rogue. I don't think there's an alternative. Yeah, I don't think he'd be a... I don't think he'd be a barbarian or a monk. I think he'd have to be a rogue. Yeah, I mean, that potentially could be fun. I know that there is a way to kind of gimp the game so that way you can run with 4 custom characters and not use any of the companions. That could be amusing. I have done that in that I've created a game like that, but I haven't actually bothered playing it like that. I just wanted to, like, see how you do it. Gollum is a bard, he sings. Okay, so... Actually, shit, that's a really good point. Gollum and Smeagol, the multi-class. So if we were to say that Smeagol is the bard, Gollum would then be the... Gollum would be the rogue. Is bard rogue a thing? I don't know the Baldur's Gate or D&D well enough to know if that's actually a thing. Because there was a build that I desperately wanted to work, but it unfortunately did not work, which was that I wanted to do a barbarian monk multi-class, so that way you could basically punch things ridiculously hard while raging. But the problem is that a bunch of the barbarian abilities, it's either rage or reckless attack, I can't remember, it might be both, require you to be wielding a weapon, and being unarmed is not wielding a weapon. Which was kind of annoying, but that's how it goes. Yeah, Cassandra, when I say, like, multi-classing, I'm not thinking for, like, for there to be any particular point outside of it would be funny if Gollum was like this, because then you could end up with some really weird, like, skill interactions that could be quite funny. Because if it's a multi-class that no one would ever think to do, then, yeah, you could end up with some pretty entertaining stuff. Come on, grab the thing, grab the thing. There we go. Yeah, Bard is a class that I want to try in Baldur's Gate. I just, yeah, haven't got around to it. It's such a dense game, though, that you could play that game for like 1,000 hours and not see everything. It's ridiculous. Now, I am quite amazed that I haven't yet accidentally let go of the wrong trigger while doing all of this, because if you do that, the wrong brother will let go, and then they'll fall to their death. That's kind of the thing, is that if we're saying Gollum... If we're talking about, like, creating stats for Gollum in, like, a Baldur's Gate D&D sense, he's gonna have really low everything apart from possibly dexterity. Because he's not strong physically, or mentally. He does not have... I guess, actually, his constitution might be pretty high. He's not gonna have high intelligence, he's not gonna have high wisdom, and he's definitely not gonna have high charisma. So I guess you just dump everything and put all your points into dexterity and constitution. See, that kind of thing I think would be very funny to play, because then you just get really strangely poorly optimized characters. As long as you're not playing on tactician, that kind of thing I think could be very funny. Lenny, you're half right, because I would say that that was as much the ring as it was Gollum, so... Lord of Ring Gollum has high charisma. He keeps getting people to trust him before killing them. Charisma also has to do with willpower, which is surrendered to the ring. I think he would have moderate wisdom, considering he's competent enough to solve riddles and think simple logic. Yeah, well, so, correct me if I'm wrong, but baseline stat distribution in the case of D&D, and I guess Baldur's Gate as well, because it uses the same system, is that a regular person has 10 on everything. So... the question is Gollum... Oh, shit. Damn it! I let go of the wrong one. The question is Gollum more intelligent or more wise than a regular person? I would want to say that he is less wise and less intelligent, but I'd be open to hearing alternatives. Because, like, the riddle scene in The Hobbit, I hear what you're saying, but at the same time, I'm not sure that that necessarily makes him... I guess smarter than average. But yeah, you could give him like a 10 on wisdom. He has a racial passive to solving riddles, I guess. Adventurer is 10, regular person is 8 or 9. Okay. That is actually a very good point, Michael. Wisdom affects perception and survival-oriented skills. Given that he survived for 500 years, makes sense. Oh, fucking hell, yeah, I remember I died on this bit a whole bunch. Because you kind of gotta... Shit! Like that, yep, exactly like that. And, yeah, given the conversation regarding seductive Gollum, Gollum is going to be wearing Minthara's camp clothes in Baldur's Gate if we do ever do that. Right, let's see if we can just do Little Brother first. Although I've got to kind of keep the camera close enough. Right, he's good. Right, we're good. Hooray. Let's have another swig. So Dex, Constitution, which... Yeah, I guess the only limitation that I'd want to put on Gollum is that he is not a spellcaster. So any of the, like, sorcerers and warlocks and all that use wisdom, Gollum couldn't be one of them, because he can't do that. Like, maybe I could see an argument for him being a fighter or something, but I think rogue is the only option. Unless, again, we're going to multi-class. Uh-oh. Oh, shit. Okay, I think I was too slow. Fly, you fools. Oh shit, it's a mushroom lady. Right, how's the old graphics card doing? It's cooled down to 72 degrees now. Right, what do we got? We've got Mushroom Lady in a cage who has a key. We've got like a troll or something over there who has the key. Little brother can fit through the bars. Is there anything else? Yes, Joey, welcome. That's precisely what we're discussing. The question was thrown out as to if I was going to play Baldur's Gate as Gollum. What class would we be going, and what stat distribution would we be going? Oh, you idiot! Truffle, I have stones. I got some stones for, when I say stones, I'm referring to whiskey stones, not kidney stones, for anyone who didn't read Truffle's question. Yeah, I think I got them for, like, my birthday a couple of years ago or something, and they're good, because they don't dilute the alcohol. Oh shit, no, fuck! Oh! Okay, I didn't know that could happen. Right. Let's try that again. Looking at... Oh, wow. I trod on the thing. Looking at D&D Beyond, no class needs 13 Constitution, but let's say we keep the 4 classes that need 13 plus Wisdom: Cleric, Druid, Monk, and Ranger. I don't think Gollum is any of those. I mean, of the 4, he's not a Cleric, he's not a Druid, because those are half-casters. I guess you could maybe make an argument that Smeagol could have been a... Fuck's sake, I'm not standing on the fucking bones! Okay, let's try this again. What? What the fuck am I doing? Am I doing it too quickly? I think that might be the problem. Okay, if Rangers are also half-casters... Yeah, I think I was doing it too quickly. If Rangers are also half-casters, then that means... I guess he's got to be a monk, which I don't... That doesn't feel right. Gollum, to me, feels like the least monkey character from The Lord of the Rings. Get it. Fucking get it. No! 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 Oh my Christ. That was the last fucking moment. That he could have been heard, and he got fucking heard. Oh, god damn it. Right. Sorry, chat. I'm not going to look at chat, because I need to make sure that I'm not leaning the joystick a hair too much. Otherwise, he will get heard. Although, Cassandra, you might be onto something there. Anyway, I'll look at chat again in a sec. Right, we're through. Okay, so, yeah, someone who knows Baldur's Gate better than I do. With Warlock patrons, is there one that's like a, you know, a Sauron, like a Dark Lord type deal? I think that might potentially be a good idea. Because then you get round the, you could have Gollum as the Warlock, but not use any Warlock spells, and just benefit from whatever the perks are of the ring, I guess, or the Dark Patron. And then you have Smeagol as like a bard or something. Old One and Fiend work for Sauron. Okay, we got to do it that way. So how do we... I've already unlocked it, though. Oh, do we have to be one on each side? No? What am I missing? Is there another padlock? No? Right, well, I'm obviously missing something, so let's have a look around. Get fucking back together. There we go. It's gotta be something to do with the cage and the fact that the little one can fit in it. I have got to be missing something. Okay. He's pointing that way, which means we've probably got to go that way. But we can't throw little brother up there because he's too small. Or because he's not... the gap's too big. See you in a bit, Jacob. Thank you for jumping in. Ah, this is driving me nuts. It's got to be something to do with the fact that the little brother can fit in the cage and the big one can't. But then we've already unlocked the door. What the fuck? What the... I'm actually starting to think this might be a bug. Because we've already unlocked the door. Let's try pulling the lever, although I don't think that'll work. Oh, okay, it did. I thought I already used that. Right, okay, well that was nice and easy. So the fact that the little brother could fit inside the cage was just... that meant nothing. So if you were going to do a... Baldur's Gate playthrough with Gollum, you would have to have, I guess, Frodo and Sam? Oh. And then who would the fourth be? Oh, shit. And, I've just remembered. No, 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 don't get stuck in the animation, you prick! Right. Okay, so the fact that the little brother can fit in the cage is not a red herring at all. That's how you kill this boss. Well, I say kill this boss. Why don't you hide in here, buddy? Wait. Fucking hell. In. Come on, in. Yay! That's what you get. Michael, no. I think the way that you would have... I think the way to represent Gollum and Smeagol is that you would either multi-class or you do something with the Warlock Patron. I think having them as two separate characters would not really work. So I think you'd probably go... Well, I mean... Yeah, Gollum and then Frodo and then Sam. But then, like, Frodo and Sam would very likely end up as the same class. Because in, like, a D&D sense, they're basically the same. Although, actually, you could be funky with it, and you could say, well, Sam is a gardener, so therefore druid. That's an option. Samwise the druid. And then you leave a fourth spot open to just take one of the origin characters from Baldur's Gate. Sam is a fighter. That's a good point. Hey, maybe druid fighter multiclass. But then, yeah, what would Frodo be? Maybe Frodo could be the rogue. That is a good point, actually. Yes, you could go Faramir and have him be the ranger. Oh, this is making me want to do this now. So, for those of you who don't know, in order to do... Like, you're not actually supposed to be able to do this in Baldur's Gate 3. The way that you have to do this in order to make a party of custom characters is you have to run... If you're going to make if you're going to make 4 custom characters, you have to run 4 separate instances of the game and essentially invite 3 copies of yourself to the same private lobby. Create the characters, save the game on the host, and then you can quit all the additional versions and just play it on one version of the game. So it's... yeah, it's... The game can do it, and it's kind of surprising that there isn't a way to do it that doesn't involve you launching 4 versions of the game. Oh, snap. God, what is that on his chin? Right. It's gotta be little brother who does the running, because big brother has to pull the thing. What does pulling the thing actually do? Uh-oh. Ah, okay, right. No, big brother can do it as well. Right, okay, we're good. Come on, stand over here. No, no, don't walk, run, you... There we go. Come on, come on. Stand a little to the left. Oh wait, that's not how it works. Okay, he actually has to be... No! Yay! Oh. Fuck your fingers. Ah, we both got to do it. Okay. That's what you get for having a chin for your chin, as someone said in chat. Where's it gone? Lenny said that in chat. The 4th is obvious, Galadriel. You could be your fighter cleric. That's true. I don't know, these are good ideas, I just feel like we're kind of wasting a space by having Sam and Frodo be in the party at the same time. Whoa, what the fuck? That just replayed that for some reason. Okay. And you're quite right. Why do I even have that lever? Right, so if I'm correct, that's about halfway through the game. Are you joking? Are you joking, game? This is buggy. We have to do it again. Are you... I mean, at least it's not particularly difficult, but, like... Something tells me this game might have been released before it was ready. I don't know. It got confused. Hopefully I'm actually able to progress. Right. Pull the lever. Hey, little brother, stand in the hole. Damn it. There we go. Right. That's the third time we've seen him fall down his poop chute. Now, if this doesn't work again... I think we're good. Wow, that texture pop in. Bye, fungus people. Well, so far, I mean, the game is fun. Because I guess they had a very solid foundation to work with, but I can definitely see why this has mixed reviews on Steam. Oh, also... I'll wait until the end of the cinematic, actually. Wait, this cinematic is playing at 120 frames per second, so I have no idea what was going on with the other one. Ah. There be beast in them there hills. Okay, so, what I was going to say is that it looks like, unless something goes catastrophically wrong, the channel is going to hit 40,000 subscribers within the next, like, week, maybe. And I've done some, like, oh, that's not how you do that. You don't just walk up to the wolf. Yeah, I've done some, like, celebration thingies before when I've hit other milestones, and I'm just wondering if anyone has any ideas for, like, silly shit that you might want me to do. I dropped this question in the Discord, and I had a couple of amusing ideas. How are we supposed to do this? Because they don't... Ah, I've got to press the trigger. Right, okay. Ah, fuck off! Back, you devils! Sorry. Chat, I will look once I'm past the wolves, because if I fuck this up, I die and I have to do it again, so... But, yeah, it doesn't necessarily have to be something that I do on stream. It could be something as like a bonus video on the second channel or something, but yeah. Oh. Yeah, this game gets pretty dark. I'd forgotten about that. Ah, fuck off. Fuck, which brother's on which stick? No, we're okay. Good thing these aren't Gundabad wargs. Ha ha ha. Right, what is this? Is this a graveyard? Yes, it is. No, don't... Oh, okay, we're good, because we're in the light now. Okay, Gate of Boulder Golem for 40,000. Yeah, that might be a good idea, potentially. Something... Ooh, that's a good point, actually. Something Warhammer 40k. Because I do own a bunch of Warhammer games, and a bunch of Warhammer. I can't really stream a game of Warhammer, though. I don't really have a setup that would work with that. But yeah, I mean, potentially something Warhammer related. Dawn of... Yeah, Dawn of War Soulstorm is the 4th expansion for Dawn of War, which I know I own. I don't actually know if I ever played it. Because Dark Crusade was, like, peak Dawn of War for me, I think. Oh, actually, that's a point. Does, because any of you who were, around when I did the XCOM stream for Christmas, I was originally going to do a Skyrim stream, just where I completely fucked the game up with mods. And then, like, I spent quite a while getting the mods, like, working as best as I could, so that the game wouldn't crash. And then, like, a week before I planned to do the stream, Todd Howard decided, no, we're gonna just break Skyrim so that none of the mods work. Has that been fixed? Because I don't really want to go through, like, the 50, like, bullshit meme mods that I downloaded again. Like, I think it would be a fun stream, but it's going to be a lot of effort to micromanage all of that and get it working again. But if it's something that I can do easily, then that's an option. Oh shit, little bro, can't swim! This is some Tomb Raider bullshit going on. Again, I can't look at chat right now, because I might... Oh no, now I can, there we go. Moon of Rebel Golem. God damn it! I mean, another potential option, actually. Dawn of War 2. Because I own Dawn of War 2, but I've never actually completed it. Have any of you guys played Rogue Trader, actually? Because I don't own Rogue Trader, but I've heard, like, good things about it. And that potentially might be a decent game to stream. Fuck, which brother is that? That's that one. Oh, no! What the... Oh, okay, I thought I fucked up there. Okay. Oh, well, that's not good.
Pia!
Hello, Lewis, and welcome, and thank you. And yes, Bokaj, if I'm butchering your name, sorry. You are quite right. If only they had barrels. Because barrels can be quite effective, especially when they spawn out of nowhere. What in the holy hell is that? I don't remember this. Right, okay. I can't remember the original game well enough to know if this is new, or potentially those things look different to how they used to? I can't remember. Man, Big Brother's got some biceps. Oh shit, no. What? God, the game's catching me out again. I keep thinking I've failed, but it's scripted. Come on, little man. You ain't done yet. Yeah, Joey, this game is good. I'm still not sure exactly what I think about this particular remake, because, again, like I said about the cutscenes being all over the place, that cutscene just there was capped at 30 FPS. But the previous one was at, like, 130 or something, so... I mean, if the original version of the game is still available on Steam, which I am gonna guess that it is, I would recommend that, like, 10 out of 10. This one... I mean, once they fix the kind of... yeah, I mean, once they fix the problems with it, then it's better, because it looks better, but... we'll have to see if that becomes a problem later on. What is... I can't tell if that's a... Oh, okay, it's a giant ghost lady. Okay, I thought it was like a strange water bug. Okay. Evie, yeah, so that's an option, is doing a, Madam Web, if not commentary. Thing is, I wouldn't want to dedicate, like, a whole video to doing it, because it's a lot of work, and it would kind of throw off my schedule for everything else that I'm doing. But, yeah, I mean, I'm gonna watch it at some point, and potentially I could record, like, a reaction to it. It might be funny. Interesting that YouTube won't let you type the name into chat, though. One of the Madam Web memes that I saw that made me... It did actually make me laugh out loud, was, Adam Webb, so it was Dwayne Johnson's face, swapped with, Dakota Johnson's, and it was Adam Webb instead of Madam Web. From, whatever that goddamn movie was called. Adam... What was it called? Black Adam, that was it. Oh no! Well, this reminds me of a certain scene from Arcane. Although it's a little bit more... surreal. So, as for what's next, it's either going to be Arcane Part 2, or it's going to be Rebel Moon Part 2. The reason why I'm not certain is because I don't want to release Arcane Part 2 and then release Rebel Moon Part 2 like a week later, or 2 weeks later, however long it takes me to make the video. Ideally, I want them to be spaced out by about a month, because otherwise I'm going to have 2 videos out right next to each other, and then there's going to be a big gap between those and Arcane Part 3. Which isn't ideal for me, and it's not ideal for you. So, if I can get the video, if I can finish the script and get the video for Arcane Part 2 finished, we'll go down there in 1 sec, and get the script finished, sorry, get the script and the video finished for Arcane Part 2 during March. That means I can release it sort of halfway through April. Rebel Moon Part 2 comes out towards the end of April, and then I can plan on getting that out by, you know, end of May. If the Part 2 video for Arcane kind of bloats out beyond my control, which is possible because it's already going to be the longest video I've made, then I might have to put it on hold when Rebel Moon Part 2 comes out. But that's only going to happen if I'm still working on Arcane Part 2 in 2 months' time. Which would surprise me, but it's possible. Right. Don't be doing that. That's not a good thing to do. Oh shit, yeah, I remember this. So remember when I said this game was dark? This guy's wife and kid have died, so he's trying to hang himself. Wait. Oh, okay, no. Yeah, so we kind of... I mean, I guess we saved him, but the thing is, we're about to leave, and he's still got a rope. Wait, is the sequel to Rebel Moon out already and I missed it, or are you making a part 2 to your point across of how shit the first film is? So, no, so... Rebel Moon Part 1 and 2, I believe, were filmed back-to-back. They are being released by Netflix about 5 months apart from each other, which is, like, that's a really quick turnaround time, so they... If they weren't filmed back-to-back, then they were damn near close filmed back-to-back. And essentially... Because Part 1 came out in, I think, December, Part 2 is coming out on, like, the 20th, I think, of April. Right, how do we do this? Oh yeah, here we go. So, no, Rebel Moon Part 2 is not out, but I know when it is coming out, and it is highly likely that I'm going to be making a video on it. So that's why I want to make sure I get Arcane done by then, or get Arcane Part 2 done by then. Jump! Fuck! I mistimed me jump. Go! Oh my god. Right, down boy. Oh, we've got to run all the way around. Okay. Yeah, Truffle, I see your question, and I will ask it for anyone who hasn't seen. What are you guys' thoughts on the Napoleon movie? I have not seen it. I have heard very mixed things. But I probably will watch it at some point. There's a quote from Ridley Scott, which I'm gonna... I really don't want to misquote him, because I do like Ridley Scott, although he has made a lot of crap. And the quote is something like, whenever like historians take issue with something that I have in one of my films, I say, excuse me, were you there? No? Oh, then fuck off. And like the implication from that is something that I think is absolutely ridiculous. Because like, okay, the fact that no one who was alive when Napoleon was doing his thing is alive now does not mean that you could just throw like aliens invade. You could just throw in like Independence Day and then Napoleon shows up and saves the White House from getting exploded by the mothership. Like, you could make exactly the same justification that he made for that. It's like, you know, I haven't seen the Napoleon films, so I can't be specific, but from what I've heard, there is a lot of, like, artistic liberty that's taken. But then, you know, that's true of even good historical films, like, I'm thinking Braveheart. Braveheart, definitely. Gladiator, probably. And I guess the question is, how important is historical accuracy to a film that is a biopic, strictly, versus one that is kind of a biopic? And I don't quite know where I land on that question. Ah, I remember this. This is one of my favorite parts of the game, and I think this is the bit that I was remembering earlier on with the sheep. No, no! Right, get on. Let's go! It's Mario Kart time! This is actually quite difficult to control. Fucking hell. Luckily it kind of auto-aims for that bit. The Martian is decent, Evie. I would definitely recommend. This is the thing, like, Ridley Scott has made so many really, really good films in, like, a wide variety of genres. But then he's also made some films that you just watch and it's like, why? Yeah, so regarding the stuttering, I won't stop the game and, like, see if I can fix it, because I already tried that and evidently didn't work. But what I will do is, before the next stream, I'll have an experiment kind of on my own and just see if I can find where the problem is. Because my guess is that it's terrible optimization on the part of the game. But I'll load up a different game and see if the same thing happens, because ideally I want to fix the problem before streaming another game. There's no way you can throw it that far, is there? Oh my god, you can! Fucking hell. Get back here. Alfred Einsberger. Here we go. Show him... Oh no. Show him the map. This guy might be on something. What happens if you try and speak to him? Oh, of course, you do. Okay. Has anyone, by the way, if you have, please avoid spoilers, but has anyone seen Dune Part 2 yet? Because I'm probably going to go see it next week, and I have heard very good things. So I seem to remember... That is weird, actually, if that's the case. No, I can't see on that screen. Yeah, so the original version of the game had, like, Steam achievements. There's, like, 15 achievements for doing, like, random shit like this. And also the bit with the rabbits earlier on. I guess there's something you can do that, like, you know, chase the rabbits for 2 minutes or something like that. Doesn't look like those achievements are a thing on the remake. Which is a strange... Well, I guess it's maybe not an oversight, because it depends on exactly how games implement that kind of thing with Steam. Like, I don't know if that's up to the developer entirely, or how that works, I don't know. Ooh, here we go. Right, that may be where we're going. Also, holy shit, the sensitivity on that. That is not... Polish game, polish. Why did you release in this state? That is really, really sensitive. Okay. Right. Time to fly. Actually, shit, I should have had a sip of whiskey before doing this, because I now have to hold the triggers for like a good couple of minutes. Also the music in this bit. I don't think they let go on this part. Well, I know I wouldn't, but at the same time, I'm not going to test it. I'm not that much of an alcoholic. I will wait until they're done with their flying machine bit. Oh no! Fucking birds. That's what you get for jumping on a flying machine built by a guy in the woods. Oh shit! No, am I going to go around this? Oh fuck! No, I thought I was going to land on top of it! God damn it. Right, well... Now that my hands are free... That's better. Right. You lied to me, they do let go. Oh, they absolutely do let go. Okay. Well, if they didn't in the original, then that's another oversight for this game. Joey, I think my answer to that is I don't think it's something that I see myself doing, like doing reviewing games, because I think it's a pretty different skill set to do it, and I don't think I'm the right person to do it. That said, like if I were to play a game and have strong thoughts on it and have things that I definitely want to say about it, then I'm not going to not do it just because it's a game. Like, I could see myself having a lot to say about Alien Isolation, which I streamed a couple of months ago, and I think that's a fantastic game. But it definitely has problems. So, but like most of what I would have to say about that is not story or character, because the story and character are pretty thin. It would basically entirely be mechanical. But like, yeah, I mean, like, with games, generally, I just treat them like fun, which shouldn't really cheapen what they are, because, like, I do very much enjoy playing video games, but it's very rare that I'll get the same kind of enjoyment out of a video game as out of something like Arcane, for example, or The Lord of the Rings. Like, it's a different kind of... I mean, it's a different kind of experience, and it's a different kind of entertainment, definitely. Oh, Jesus, I remember this. So, I can see, with regard to the stuttering problem, that I am getting a whole bunch of dropped frames on OBS, which was not the case, has not been the case on any of the other games that I've streamed, so I am wondering... I don't know if anyone knows OBS better than me, probably, because I don't know it that well. Can dropped frames in OBS be caused by a poorly optimized game? Or, potentially, because, like, the capture is, I guess, dependent on the power of the graphics card, I think. Which would then mean that because my graphics card is getting the shit kicked out of it by playing this game, it can't then render everything properly. That's another possibility. But then the thing that makes me question that is, again, Dead Space is a new game that is way more graphically intensive than this, and I didn't have the slightest problem with Dead Space. But yeah, I think it's going to have to be something I look into, because this hasn't happened before, and it's kind of annoying that it's happening now, but oh well. Shuffle, I've not actually played Shadow of the Colossus. It's one of those games that, like, pops up on, like, all of the this is the best game of all time lists. I don't even know if it's available on PC. If that's the case, that's probably why I've never played it. But, if a decent, optimized remaster comes out, I will check it out, because I have heard a lot of good things about that game. Oh! Did that accomplish anything, or did I fuck it up? Truffle, no. So, the control system on this, you have to use a well, you don't have to use a controller, but there are parts of the game that... Well, yeah, I guess you do have to use a controller. Because there are parts of the game that you straight up cannot complete by using a controller. So, sorry, by using keyboard and mouse. Because you may have noticed there's a bunch of times where, like, you have to turn like a crank, like a hand crank. And to do that, you rotate the, shit. Oh, god damn it, little brother fucking died. You rotate the joystick. You can't do that on a keyboard unless you go, like, up, down, left, right, in sort of perfect time. And I tried it, and I couldn't progress. So yeah, they do say straight up that you have to... God damn it. That you have to use a controller for this. And yeah, so one joypad controls each brother, and one trigger, left or right, controls their grip. So a lot of it might look pretty simple, but it's actually quite fiddly to do sometimes. Because if you let go of the wrong brother, then they might fall to their death. What if you have a keyboard with a joystick? When you say joystick, you mean like a thumbstick, like on those Razer gaming pad things? Because if so, I would imagine yes. Or if you mean like a joystick like you would play Flight Simulator with, I have absolutely no idea. But maybe. Michael, I actually don't own any consoles. But yeah, I used to own an Xbox, don't anymore. Basically, everything I do is with PC at the moment. Lewis says, OBS dropped frames are network-related most of the time. That is what I thought. But then there shouldn't be any network problems for me. And if that is the case, because if I'm still getting this at the end of the stream, then I'll boot up a different game off-stream and see if I'm still getting dropped frames. Because if I am, then chances are you're completely correct. Right, whiskey time. Oh, fucking hell. Jump, boy, jump. No, he doesn't want to jump. Does he want to jump? No. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I was having problems earlier in the week with what may be my power supply. I can't troubleshoot it unless I buy another one, which I guess if I have to do that, then I have to do that. And pull all the cables out and all the rest of it, but yeah, essentially on two separate games, one of them quite an intensive game, the other one not. Discord would crash, and it would also crash whatever I had running full screen at the time, which, if the graphics card is being taxed too much and trying to draw too much power, apparently can cause that. And in one instance, it actually made the computer just straight up shit its pants and restart itself. Which sounds like it could be a power supply problem. I don't know, but I mean, yeah. I doubt that's linked to whatever's going on now with the dropped frames, though, because I don't see why that would cause this to happen. And yes, Michael, I've heard of The Last Guardian, but I've not actually played it. That's the one with, like, the giant doggo thing or something.
Okay. Yeah, atta.
Yeah, I think, well, yeah, apart from handhelds, I guess, my first console was a PS3. I think my first handheld was a Game Boy Advance. Right, well, there's a cute animal stuck in a cage. We know what we gotta do. Why is my Discord making noises? I've got Discord turned off. Or does Discord do that annoying thing where you tell it to close and then it doesn't close, it just stays minimized? Ah, right, no, we need small brother who can fit through the cage. Get over here. Keep thinking there's a cat next to me IRL. There is not. There is a... No, my dog is not actually in this room. He's in with my wife. Yeah, he often sits underneath my desk while I'm streaming, though. Where the hell am I supposed to go from here? Oh, okay, right. That was perspective-wise. It didn't look right. Can you jump? You can! Oh, it's a cute little birdie.
Layla.
Ara, dahi? Da?
It's so amusing. Well, that's not amusing. I was going to talk about something else. I will wait to talk about the something else, because this scene is sad. And, no, Cassandra, because it's a nice owl. We saved the owl, and the owl knew that we saved him.
Saki, dia.
Yeah, so I was going to say, it's amusing to me that people born in, like, 2001 are adults now. In 2001, I was... How's my maths holding up? 9. Right, need to top up my drink. Bear with. Is the stuttering stabilizing, by the way? Because looking at the dropped frames in Discord, it looks like it's not going up, which I think means whoever said network problem might have been onto something. Also, welcome back, Jacob. We're now... I actually can't remember how far through this game we are. I know that there's like 4 main chapters. How long have we been going? We've been going for about 2 hours, and the game is, from memory, about 3 hours long, so... this is the... Fuck! Yes, this is like the Path of the Giants or something? I can't remember exactly what it's called. Yeah, as far... Hans, it sounds like you can remember the game better than I can. As far as I can remember, there's this chapter, like this segment with the giants, and then there's one more in the snow, and that's pretty much it, or am I missing something? Because if that's the case, we might be done in, like, half an hour, 40 minutes. Oh, that's an elbow arrow. That would hurt. Well, I guess. There we go. Oh shit, little fucking bro can't swim. There we go. Again, like a huge amount of this game is like remembering which brother is on which side of the controller. Oh shit, again, he can't fucking swim. No, we're okay. We're okay, it's just shallow blood. Oh, does he... Oh, I think I remember this, doesn't... I think he cuts his leg off. And then you go through... Yeah, I think that's what happens, he cuts his foot off. Gooey. Big bro can do it? Teamwork can do it? Nope. Oh, there we go. Now that is a conveniently placed siege weapon if ever I saw one. And I've seen The Hobbit. Seems kind of irresponsible to just leave it lying there. Joey, yes, I turned 32. What day is it today? Friday. 5 days ago. Right, pull the lever. Flawless victory. Oh, shit. No, come on. There we go. Again, wrong brother. Your lungs are too weak, little boy. Wait, okay, what the fuck? So that... Because I just got an achievement for sounding the giant's horn, so that means that the things I was doing previously aren't achievement... They're not achievements. Which means I've missed a whole bunch of, like, side stuff. Because when I first played this game, I think I got, like, 9 out of 15 of them. It was something like that. So, like, most of them you can just kind of find by playing the game. And I thought I had, but apparently I missed them. Did you not toss the ball into the well? No, I didn't. I interacted with the well. Ah, snow! That might be where we're going. Also, I fucking remember that, like, blood ritual thing that's going on down there. That, I think, is the puzzle that took me the longest to work out. But luckily, I remember how to do it, he says. Thank you, camera. That's very useful. Oh, there we go. Right. I am just going to try something, actually. I'm going to close... I have a lot of windows open. And I'm going to close the ones I'm not using. Just in case that will make a difference. Right, we're good. Like 30-odd windows later. I'm not sure we can call that murder. I think that guy was definitely, you know... He was past his sell-by date, if you catch my drift. Joey, I have been married for... My wife will hit me if she hears me not knowing the exact date. A year and a half? Thereabouts? Something like a year and a half. It was August, like a year and a half ago, I think. Or maybe it was October. It was one of the two. I think it was August. Wait, did her clothes not render properly until... That looked like her clothes didn't render. Right. We have to save the wench. Which I guess means that these, like, cultists were just waiting for someone to chop off a giant's leg so that they could start their blood ritual. Truffle, I don't think there were boobas, because I think the boobas were below the screen, but she has, like, sleeves on her, I guess, jumper. Or dress, or whatever it is, but I don't think they rendered. Like, it looked like her arms were the shape of, like, the baggy clothing that she's wearing, which looked a little bit odd. Right. This fucking bit right here is the bit that took me forever to work out. What I think you have to do is he's got to stand there, and then he's got to sit on top of him, and then they do the... They do, like, the arm shape. Oh, wait, no. Or do we walk up to the others and then... See, this is why I shouldn't say that I remember how to do the puzzle, because I clearly don't. I think that, like, man standing on man is their god, and that when I do this, they think I'm their god. It's something like that. Either that or they stab me. One of two things is about to happen. Ah, that's gonna happen! Okay. Think you need to be covered in blood. Yeah, that makes sense. That actually does make sense, because obviously, just now, I looked like a kid riding on another kid. So... Right. Now we look like slightly less of a kid riding on another kid. Hopefully they won't stab us. Yes, worship me. This reminds me of that scene in Little Rascals. Fucking run! Lewis, I think she opens the door. I can't remember exactly, but... Maybe the door is closed until you do that, and it's kind of locked behind the cinematic. That is possible.
Mahamida.
Araba.
Iyadahi.
Mabi here.
Right, boat time. What are the odds that she's going to do any fucking rowing? Actually, she has just been like a prisoner for however long, so, I mean... Maybe she's tired. Welcome, JCL. Hope you are doing alright. God, little brother isn't really doing much rowing here, is he? Yeah, Michael, you're not wrong. I'm thinking from their perspective, though. No, we don't want to go that way. There's blood that way. And, yeah, JCL, so this came out, I think, on Wednesday. I think it came out on Wednesday. I didn't even know it was coming. And I just got, like, an email notification from Steam saying, like, you might like this. I was like, damn right I might like this. So, yeah. And I think it's currently on sale. I mean, honestly, for a remake, like, if this had been, like, a $60 or $50 game, it would have been like, what the fuck? But I picked it up for £10. I think it's retailing for like 12 or 13, and they're doing like an introduction sale, and it literally, like I said, cost me like £10. Fucking row faster, you prick. Because you haven't seen the rest of the stream, I'm not sure if I would recommend it, because it's a bit janky in places. There's frame rate issues, and there's definitely performance and optimization issues. But the core of the game is really good, which you will know if you have played the original. So, yeah. It's kind of a mixed bag. Also, see you in a bit, Joey. Thank you for joining. Fuck! This is all little brother's fault. He's not rowing quick enough. Oh, Game of the Year 2024... I mean, Helldivers is... Helldivers is Helldivers, so I mean... I've only played that game for about 5 hours, but... That is some stiff competition. Like... Shooting games are not always my cup of tea. Don't you fucking jump on me. No, we're okay. But there isn't really anything right now that I have to criticize about Helldivers. It is so much fun. But then wasn't, like, the other, like, big game that came out recently was the Suicide Squad game, which is terrible. But wasn't there another one that... it was like a... Isn't it AAA, AA? I'm not sure exactly. But there was another game that came out recently that was supposed to be really, really, really good? Or am I forgetting... I might be thinking of something that came out end of last year. Fuck! Fuck, 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 fuck! Skull and Bones, I'm not even sure what that is. Palworld, that's it. Thank you, Palworld. Yeah, I've not played Palworld yet. I might pick it up when it's on sale. It looks like a little bit of a meme, like a bit of a gimmick. But, from what I have heard, it is actually quite fun. So, like, I'm glad that a game like that, I think, is as successful as it is. Whether that is a genuine candidate for Game of the Year, I would be surprised. Skull and Bones is a long-running joke made by Ubisoft. Okay, well, yeah, I've not even heard of it. Right. I gotta go empty my bladder. I will be back in a sec. Right, we're good, we're back, and we're gonna keep going. No, wrong brother. There we go. Right, we got them. We got them positioned correctly. Right, where's she gone? So, yeah, regarding... I'm not plugged into, like, the video game industry as much as I think some of you guys are from the sounds of it. Like, Helldivers is not a AAA game, because AAA just refers purely to the budget, right? Like, a AAA game would be your Assassin's Creed, your Call of Duty, your Baldur's Gate, your Witcher... And, because Helldivers is an extremely polished game. It looks fantastic. It's one of the best looking games that... What the hell is that? Oh, it's a little... Oh, can I go say hi? I better fucking be able to go say hi. That's going to be an achievement right there, to rescue the little baby turtle and bring it to the other one. Yeah, like, sorry, what I was saying is that, like, production-wise, Helldivers does not seem to be anything short of, like, exemplary. It's fantastic. AAA usually has very well-known... What the fuck? There we go. Very well-known game dev team, publisher, budget, quality, etc. Well, that's the thing. That's where I guess there might be a distinction, is that just, you know, is the Suicide Squad game that has just come out and is terrible, is that a AAA game? Or is there some amount of subjectivity to that, I guess, title? Because if it's like a massive tentpole game that is a complete and utter failure, is it still a AAA game? Also, thank you, JCL, for the super chat. If there was meant to be a message in there, then tell me and I will read your message. Oh, yeah, there we go, thank you. Right, go! Onward! Yeah, so the, JCL, the Suicide Squad game, I have only seen other people stream it. It is a squad-based online multiplayer looter shooter, I think, and it has bombed horribly. With those, like, live service models, you, of course, need a certain number of people to be playing them, otherwise the game is essentially dead. And the game is essentially dead. DC... Well, who owns... Is it Warner Brothers that owns DC? It was either DC or whoever owns them. Might have been Warner Brothers. Came out and said, like, we know this game has not hit our... It's not met our expectations, essentially. There we go, we got the achievement. So, yeah, they know it's dead. There's currently... I can't check right now while I'm doing this, but I think someone checked yesterday in the Discord and there were like 400 to 500 people playing it. Which is... That is awful. For a live service game. Like, that's... And the game came out like a couple of weeks ago, or maybe a month ago, I can't remember. But yeah, I just don't really understand why that Suicide Squad game is an online, like, live service type game. It doesn't... From what I have seen of it, it doesn't need to be that, and having it be that is a big risk for the developers, or, I guess, publishers, because it means that if people don't actually get... Because, like, the live service component of that game, as far as I'm aware, is at the end of the game. Like, the end game is the live service bit. But if the game is shit, people won't get there anyway, so what's the point? Welcome, Camille. Hope you're doing alright. Yeah, Jacob, so, according to Google, AAA usually means high-profile game with a large dev team, as far as I can tell. That's pretty much what I thought was the case. What I wasn't sure on is if there was any kind of, like, objective measure of what makes something AAA. If there isn't, then fair enough. Because I guess it's kind of a meaningless term. It's just a word that people use to maybe set their expectations, I guess, because you would expect that a AAA game is going to be better. But that has been shown time and time again to not be the case, so... You practice singing. Wow, I am getting spammed with these achievements now. I must have missed loads of achievements at the beginning of the game. How's the graphics card doing? Yeah, so for anyone who has jumped in the stream relatively recently, fucking hell, my graphics card is up to 81 degrees. We're running on medium settings and we're barely cracking 100 frames per second, and I'm on a 7900 XTX. This game is absolutely not well optimized at all. That is the hottest that I have seen my graphics card. Usually, that graphics card is running at between 65 to 75 degrees, and it's broken 80. That's insane. Right. Lady, what do we do? Where are we going?
Dimabo, Malia.
Okay. I think we've got to cut down the tree. We need to find a herring. Oh, there we go. Right. That's not a herring, but that'll do. Come on. There we go.
Oh yeah, it's all coming together.
Shit. No, move. Woman, you have to move. We're men carrying man tools. Right. While I'm soaring, a super chat from Ceteris Parabolas. I hope I've pronounced your name correctly. Thank you so much. Happy belated. Thank you. First stream I've caught. Please keep doing what you are doing. You're a good influence on reviews and streams. Well, thank you. I'm glad you enjoy my videos and streams. Streams are just meant to be a little bit of fun, but I will keep doing them as long as... well, as long as I keep enjoying them, and as long as people keep enjoying them as well. Which I guess applies for videos. But yeah, the point is that, like, the streams are just a little bit of extra that I do because it's fun. The videos take a little bit more effort, as I'm sure you can probably tell. Because I'm not any kind of pro when it comes to, like, video games, at least. Not that I am with... making... well, I guess technically speaking I am, because it's kind of my job, but yeah. I'm definitely more comfortable talking about TV shows and films than I am about video games. Right. So something went wrong with these people. Oh my god, trolls. Oh, that's cool. Wait, hold on. This is going to be a little extra bonus thingy. Pull it, Kronk. Do it. Pull it. That doesn't seem ethical. Is she just gonna... wait a minute. Hold on, hold on. 'Tis a puzzle in a puzzle game. How dare you. Right, we gotta lower the drawbridge. I think. Do we have to reload this thing? I don't think we do. And they were already dead. It's like... ah, there we go. There is a lever. Right, okay. Right, lady, get in. We're gonna ping you over the... that doesn't seem safe at all. Wow. Right, well, it worked on her. Little bro, get in. You're quite right. Drop a coin on it. Yeah, all we need is, like, money boobs, and then this is a one-to-one copy of The Hobbit. It's kind of... it's kind of depressing. Because while I was ill, I started rewatching the, appendices from, the Lord of the Rings trilogy. Which I had seen, but not for, like, a decade. And it's just... it's insane, the difference. Because for doing the Hobbit videos, I also watched the appendices for the Hobbit stuff. And it's crazy, the difference in... it's not even really attitude, because I don't want to say that, like, Peter Jackson just didn't care, but it's... the environment surrounding him did not lend itself to allowing him to make as good a movie as he did with The Lord of the Rings. Like, a bunch of... there's a bunch of things that they say in the appendices for The Lord of the Rings, which I almost kind of wish that I had clipped and put in my Hobbit videos. To do with... like, there was... one particular example is there was a software that they developed called Massive, which... not that type of Massive, before anyone asks. Which is basically like the battle simulator that it uses AI to generate, like, fighters and have them fight in a way that doesn't look copy and pasted. And one of the things that the guy... they had, like, an interview with the guy that designed that piece of software, and one of the things that he said was, like, the whole point of this is that they don't all look the same. Every single agent, which is what they refer to them as, every single agent should be entirely like an individual character, and they had a function where you could see through the eyes of each of the soldiers. and then sort of, see exactly what kinds of moves they're making. And when you're dealing with a battle scene with, like, I don't know, 10,000 agents on screen, you're not going to check that 10,000 times because you don't have time. But you might just randomly check a whole bunch of them and see how they're doing. Compare that to the fucking CGI armies in The Hobbit, where they in the case of the elves, they're literally just copied and pasted. They do exactly the same thing. They all have the exact same face. It's ridiculous. Super chat from JCL, thank you. Just seen the Lord of the Rings trilogy again and was amazed again. Well, it never ceases to amaze. I do hope you watch the extended version. It surprised me, actually, the number of people that have not seen the extended version. Like, I was under the impression that that was just the version that everyone watched, but apparently that's not the case. Like, I got a bunch of people on my Hobbit videos saying, right, with that, talking about, like, the Boromir scene, you've convinced me to finally watch the extended version. But, yeah. It's, I guess it's a consequence of shit. It's not a consequence of shit. Get in the... Right, get behind, brother. There we go. Right. It's a consequence of... It's not studio interference, but, like, the studios would not have allowed, straight up, for them to release a 4+ hour cut of The Lord of the Rings, like, each film. That's just not happening. However, if they were to be released now, there have been films that have been... movies in general, I think, have actually just got longer. Like, in particular, your like, big blockbusters have generally speaking got longer. And in a lot of cases, that length is not justified. But in the case of something like The Lord of the Rings, it's absolutely justified. So, yeah. I guess overall that's a good thing, even though it means that at the moment you get quite a lot of films that are just long for the sake of being long. Bokaj, you're correct. That's absolutely what they were going for. But compare the elves in the Helm's Deep scene to the elves in the Battle of the Five Armies. There's just... one of them is disciplined, the other one is a physics simulation. Run, boy, run! And, yes, this guy is meant to be invisible. I think I saw a comment where someone was asking. Oh, you shall not pass. There we go. Yes, Evie, the appendices is the... They call them appendices because it's extreme... Like, it's the biggest behind-the-scenes stuff that I have ever seen. We're talking upwards of, like, 10 hours per film. And that's excluding the commentary tracks. So, yeah, there's, like... I've got the... How many discs is it? I think it's 12 discs... No. 15 discs, 5 discs per film, Blu-rays of the Lord of the Rings. Uh-oh. Don't you dare start thinking with your dick. I want to go in her hole. No, you're not allowed to go in her hole. It's bad. What could possibly go wrong? Why indeed, JCL? Why is she in the back? Evie... I could probably think of a few, but... Uh-oh. I'll have a think. That's not normal.
Naya, Erno.
Kom ja, Atti.
Ja.
What the... I don't remember this. Maybe this was in the original? What am I supposed to do? Just leave? Roll into him? Nope. Nope. There's a hole there. Can I go in the hole? Nope. Can I leave? Nope. Oh, shit. Okay, I've got to do it quickly enough, otherwise we die. Deimos, so this is Madam Webb. She trapped us with her terrible reviews. Yeah, maybe I have to press the trigger button to, like, make him roll the ball on top of the spider, maybe? I'm not sure exactly. Also, I can't... Yeah, I can't skip this, unfortunately, even though I died. Right, go, go, go! Right, hit it in the butt. Nope. Nope, that's not happening. What the fuck am I supposed to do? He's gonna die again, and we're gonna have to watch that cutscene again. I don't have any controls I can use other than just rolling the ball around. What the f— Yes, it worked! Thank you, whoever suggested that. Right, make like a tree and leave, come on. No, where's the exit? Oh shit. Run, boy, run! Kill that bitch! Come on, come on, momentum, come on, come on. Fuck! Yes, there we go, right, come on. Fuck that bitch. That's what you get. Come on, game. Come on, game. There we go. Right.
Oh, yeah. It's all coming together.
Nobody suspects the 8th leg. Super chat from JCL, thank you. She is Galadriel. I'm gonna need you to explain that one. I'm not quite sure of the similarities. Truffle, I appreciate that reference. It's afraid. Indeed. The number of fucking Starship Troopers references that pop up when you're playing Helldivers, by the way, is unreal. That's not... okay. That's bad. Right. We're winding back down to 31 FPS for the cutscene. How's ye old graphics card doing? We're currently at... wow, we've cooled down. We're at 64 degrees now. Right, so obviously things have been mixed up a little bit now. We are only controlling one brother, which means half of the controller is not doing anything. And little mechanical bits like that in games I really quite like. I'm trying to think of another example. What is... there's got to be... someone in chat will know. There's got to be another example of where a game basically conditions you into using certain buttons and then removes them from you during, like, big emotional moments. There's definitely one that I played fairly recently, I just can't remember what it is. Truffle, no, I have not seen Flesh and Blood. I've not actually heard of it. Ooh, actually, I think that might be what I was thinking of. The final mission in Halo Reach, which doesn't strip away mechanics from you, but it essentially it tells you to try and do something that can't be done, and you play until you die, and when you die, you don't respawn, the game ends. Which I thought was fantastic. And I've seen that exact thing done in other games, but it's possible that Halo Reach was the first game that did that? I don't know. Climb the fucking... Come on, what is this? Climb it! Climb it, boy! What are we doing? Why are we walking backwards? There we go. Does Halo Reach remove HUD elements when you take damage, or are you talking about a different game? Because it's possible that it does do that, I've just forgotten. Yes, I remember the helmet cracking, actually, that's a good point. Right, we got the magic goo from the Tree of Life. Can we slide down the tree? I seem to remember that we can. Do it. Yay!
Naya? Naya? Taliaba? Naya? Naya?
I think we need some Fs in chat right about now. And I need slightly more whiskey. Rip older brother. Also, what the hell is going on with that rain noise? That is like some phasing. That is definitely not normal. Anthony, I will not be taking back your F because he is actually dead. Oh, fucking hell, I forgot that the game made you do this. There is one particular moment that definitely comes soon that I remember being like, wow, that was really well done. Because it's so small, but it's because the game has conditioned you into thinking a certain way, and then it's like, oh, well, obviously now that's different. What a twist. Okay, so, you want to guess what FPS this cutscene is apparently running at according to Steam's overlay? Just throw some numbers in chat. So far it's been anywhere from 30 up to about 120. Yeah, you guys are way off. So apparently that cutscene was running at about 950 frames per second. How hot is my graphics card? Because if it was actually rendering that, then... Let's go down to 58 degrees now. Yeah, it's... I mean, usually Steam's overlay is pretty accurate with that sort of thing. But the only time like a game will ever hit those kind of numbers is if it's on like a menu screen where it's not actually having to render anything. I don't think I broke anything. I think the game's just not optimized well. That's my conclusion. Oh, fucking hell. So this, I'd actually forgotten about this. So the game just constantly reminds you that there's only one brother alive. Because look, there's two little rocks that you could be climbing on. But there's only one brother. They didn't have to do that, but they threw that in. That's so good. This, I think, is the bit I was talking about. Yeah, here we go. So, as established in the opening, like, 10 seconds, he can't swim. But now, he has to. Although saying that, why won't he swim? Oh my god, I fucking remember this. Oh my god. Yeah, you're not gonna... So I'm gonna have to tell you what I'm doing to make this fucking hit properly. So, again, right stick and right trigger is younger brother, as has been the case for the entire game. Left stick and left trigger is older brother, who is now dead. So you walk in the river, can't do shit. And then you press the left trigger for the older brother who is dead, and then this happens. And he inspires the younger brother to swim by holding down his action button. That is so fucking good. I love that. Oh, and remember, so he's too small to pull levers. But with a little bit of left trigger. And he's a little bit too small to jump, but with a little bit of left trigger. It's so good. I love it. Like, that is like the perfect fusing of gameplay mechanics and story, and you don't see that often. Like, I'm trying to think of another game that uses gameplay mechanics in that way. I guess it's a really specific thing, so there probably isn't another example, but maybe. Now this cutscene's doing alright. We're at 114 frames per second. Graphics card's at a toasty 76 degrees. The wrong son died. Wow. Well, the thing is, this son is never going to trust a woman ever again. I mean, the sequel's going to be Brother, A Tale of One Son. And then, yeah, the tagline will just be like, what's a spider pun? Like, this time it's personal, but like with spiders. Something like that. But yeah, so that took... I was pretty much bang on. Oh god, I can hear my graphics card ramping up. What the hell is it doing? Are the end credits also badly optimized? The graphics card's at 72 degrees during the end credits. What the fuck? Yeah, Truffle, that's the end of the game. And yeah, I was pretty much bang on saying the game was 3 hours, because we've been going for 3 hours and 4 minutes. Yeah, it could potentially take like an extra half hour if you get stuck on one of the puzzles, but... yeah, that is the end. I have mixed feelings about that particular remake. Because as far as I could tell from memory, that is identical to the original game. There might be maybe a couple of tiny differences, but nothing like interactable. Like there might be like an extra shit in the background, maybe, but nothing that mechanically changes the game. As far as I can tell, it's a one-to-one remake. I'm not sure if it was necessary, because maybe playing this coming off of the Dead Space remake has spoiled me, because the Dead Space remake did a huge amount that completely justified it being made, justified it existing. And there is very little reason to play OG Dead Space now that new Dead Space exists. Whereas with this, it's the same game, but it looks better. Like, even if you look past all of the, I guess, graphical problems, like the fact that I was playing it on medium settings with the graphics card that I have, and it was still chugging away at 80 degrees, barely breaking 80 frames per second. If you skip all of that and say that they fix it, this is exactly the same game that was released 11 years ago. It just looks better. And it does look really good, but I'm not sure that it's worth buying over the original. Because the original, like, if the original ever comes up on Steam sale, it can't be much more than like a $5. And in particular for a game that's that short, like it's a 3-hour long game, I wouldn't really want to pay much more than that anyway. But the core game itself is really, really, really good. Yeah. Michael says the way the older brother got stabbed was different than in the original. The original had no cutscene for the stabbing. if I remember correctly. So it just happened while you were delimbing the spider. Because, yeah, that, I guess that kind of fits with what I said in that it isn't, because that isn't an interactive part of the game, but it maybe adds a bit of clarity to what's actually happening. And theoretically makes it able to hit harder, but I'd have to compare the two to actually say what I think on that point. Yeah, apart from that, as far as I can tell, it's pretty much a 1-to-1 remake. But yeah, what time are we on? We are on 11 o'clock. We've only been going about half as long as we usually are, so... Well, what I think I need to do, because I'm potentially up for continuing and playing something else, but what I think I need to do is I need to try and sort this dropped frames nonsense. Because I don't want to stream something where, you know, watching it, like the graphics of the game are really, really, really good, Helldivers. I don't want to stream that and have it be like a not as good stream as it could otherwise be. So I think I potentially need to try and fix that first. But if I can fix that soon enough, then I might do an impromptu second stream in about half an hour or so. Hey, yeah, I saw, Jacob, it was either you or maybe it was someone else. Someone posted Halo Cursed Edition in the Discord. I haven't looked at it yet, but I will look at it, and if that could be a funny stream, I might do it. Timberborn's an option, that's true. Okay, it was you. Okay, thank you. I'm not going to do that now, because I'll have to, like, download it and make sure it works and all the rest of it, but that's a potential option for at some point. So, what I'll do now is I'll run a private stream and just boot up a game and see if I can get to the bottom of this dropped frames nonsense. And hopefully, it's unique to this game for some strange reason. And then I might, potentially, boot up another stream in about 20 minutes, half an hour or so. We will have to see. But, otherwise, thank you guys for watching, and I will I will plan on probably streaming next week, because it's only been, it's been like 3 weeks since I did the last one, and I think I want to do another one. Yeah, Deimos, I'll message Silly Frog and see if he wants to do a couple of Helldivers levels, provided I can actually get it, you know, streaming properly. But yeah, thank you guys, and I'll boot up another stream if I can get it working. I'll see you guys in a bit.